Natalie here today for a cherry on top, and as you can see I have my Cricut working. I'm gonna get into the fall Halloween spirit here. I'm flipping through a bunch of different Echo Park Halloween papers that I got from the store. I'm gonna scrapbook that picture there of my sons going through their Halloween candy baskets last year, and I'm just going to pick out a good paper for the background. I'm going to do some mixed media under this cut file I cut on my Cricut. It's a free one from Paige Evans Happy Scrappy group on Facebook, and it is a very intricate wreath. It is a spider web wreath, which is made up of like pumpkins and I think maybe bats and skulls. Yeah, but it's amazing what a good sticky new mat and a good blade does, right? I had no problems cutting this, just gotta have a little patience. So I cut that wreath out in black cardstock, and now I'm going to go through my papers and see where I want to back it. It's very intricate, but my son, as you can see, was the Joker for Halloween, and the other one was Batman. And so I'm thinking like a purple and green kind of situation. So I considered that plain purple with like whiting it out and doing green on top. But I decided to go with this white with spider webs. And now I know that looks really busy. So my plan is to use my heavy white gesso, and I'm just going to white out all of the area upon which the cut file will be laying, and then do mixed media on that. So you won't be able to see any of the pattern through the cut file. You'll only be able to see the mixed media that I end up doing. So the design on the background, you'll only be able to see around the edges, because I recognized that it was a little too busy, obviously. But we're going to fix that here. So I'm just kind of putting the gesso on in a circular way, and then I'm going to use my finger once I get it all on there to soften it up, because I do like the edges to, typically I like the edges to be soft. And the best way to do that I know of is to like rub it in with your finger and kind of let it fade out so that you can see the pattern a little bit around the edges, and then it fades into fully white otherwise. So like I said, I'm working with a few papers from Echo Park. I'm working with the collection called Halloween Party, a collection called I Love Halloween, and a collection called Halloween Magic. So I kind of combined all of those, which I love that about Echo Park, is like all of their collections can be different, but they also can be combined well together. So I'm using this, I think it's Citron color Distress Oxide Spray by Tim Holtz. And I'm going to kind of put that in the middle of the circle. I'm going to add some purple after the green dries. I had to work with it quite a bit, but I'm really happy with how that looks. Like I said, I wanted the colors of the Joker there. So he has some green, he has some purple. What's really funny is that my kid had this mask in his room, and one night he was like having a bad dream. So I like consoled him, and then I took the mask back to my room and I put it on top of a safe that we have in the top of the closet. And then recently I was in my room kind of like digging around in the closet looking for something, and the mask fell off of the top of the shelf on top of me and really gave me a good fright. So yeah, we'll see how much longer that thing sticks around the house. So now I'm working with the purple, and it was kind of blending in with the green, because I guess I don't know, I reactivated the green when I got it wet. And so I'm just going to work with it a lot to make sure that it doesn't blend too much with the green, because obviously purple and green mixing together is kind of going to look muddy. So I just am making sure to work with it and keep the purple isolated from the green section. And again, it's all going to be covered up by that cut file, so the colors are just going to be peeking out, so it'll end up working out and looking fine. So I am kind of like in the fall spirit, ready for fall to be here, excited for Halloween. You might see a Christmas page coming up here in a couple days, though. At this time of year, you know what? Whatever makes me happy, right? I'm gonna scrap what I want and whatever makes me happy. These are tough times. We got to do what makes us happy. So that's what you're seeing today is Halloween. If you see Christmas in a few days, mind your business. So I'm just going to add some splatter on top of the dried mixed media, just to add another level and layer of texture. Again, gonna be covered up by that black cut file. And I mean, honestly, the cut file, usually cut files probably end up looking better, I think, if you elevate them off the page with some foam. But let's be real, to put foam on the back of that cut wreath that I showed you earlier would be so tedious and time consuming, so I'm not. So I just lay it down directly on top of this background, and honestly, it looks fine. Oh, and then I added black splatter across the entire page. Yeah, so I like that. It's just the colors that I wanted peeking through, kind of matching the Joker there. So, and this is one of my favorite types of photos to do. If you want like a new way of looking at your kids, I did this like one of the kids' first Halloween, and I was like, oh, this is fun. So I always try to like stand above them and get them kind of just like going through their candy with it all spread out on the floor. It's just a fun shot that I like to get. And I love that my kid had his mask pushed back on his head, so it looked like he was looking up at me, but he wasn't. It's like extra little creepiness to it. So now I'm cutting off the side and the top of the pattern paper, and I'm going to rough it up just because I want a little peek of this striped pattern behind it. I just wanted a little something else to the page. The stripe has orange on it, which is a color that I've not yet introduced into the page, but it will allow me to add in a few orange embellishments. And that also corresponds with the photo because there is some orange in the photo as well from their candy and their candy bag. So just like little nods of cohesion like that really makes your layout feel together and as though it was well planned out and thought out, I think. So I do end up going off screen and sewing around the edges, and I just sew only on the white paper so that yeah, it just adds another little bit of texture to it. Oh, before I did that, I did add down that layout. I'm sorry, the cut file. I used my Nuvo adhesive. I didn't really go over every little bit of the cut file, just enough to make it stick down to the page. It's going to be in a page protector. It's going to have stuff stuck on top of it. It's not going to come off. So I changed the side that I just originally, from where I originally put the photo, because there's that empty space in the bottom right corner, and I thought that would be a good way to overlap my title with the photo, and again, bring cohesion to the page. I like to make everything kind of touch and layer up. So I am using my T-square ruler since I have the photo crooked and like that background page is a little crooked. I wanted to make the title be straight to, I don't know, kind of like balance out the page, I guess. So the title is I Want Candy. My kids always want candy, especially the older. He has such a sweet tooth. We have to hide the candy. Now I'm going through the sticker sheet. It's called I Love Halloween sticker sheet from Echo Park. And then I'm just using some of the smaller bits. So a couple little stickers that say something about candy or Hey Boo, that one, but it was lime green, so I used it for that. And then there's little pieces of candy, purple and orange, and then I add in a little pumpkin or two, and then I'm also going to add a couple bats because like I said, my youngest was Batman, and obviously the Joker goes with Batman, but I just used some of the little bits from it. It didn't need much because that cut file is so busy. I will link Paige's Facebook group down below too if you want to go find it. She has like a post that has all of her little free cut files in there, and I used those little poison bottles. I liked that because candy is their poison of choice. And then I find this little label from Heidi Swap. I just kind of opened my drawer of ephemera that I have under here, and it says today was, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to say today was delicious? So I practiced my handwriting a couple of times before I commit to writing on that label, and made sure I spelled it right. That would be embarrassing. And I used a purple pen, and so it's kind of like a subtitle. I want candy, today was delicious. I think that's almost it. I do add some of the Pink Fresh Studio Silver Gems. They're the new ones. They're like little rounded pearls. And I thought that adding silver to this page would be fun. And that's going to be about it. I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to link down below with my affiliate link to the store if you want to go grab all the Halloween goodies, because it'll be here before you know it, and you will want to scrap seasonally if you're anything like me. And yeah, I'll see you back in a couple days, perhaps with a Christmas layout. Don't judge, please. Oh, I thank you guys for watching so much. Bye, y'all.